The so-called criminal. One of the natural consequences of the slave revolt in morality, where a revaluation occurs and a noble order is overturned and replaced by a slave order, a slave order of slave morality permeating a society, slowly but surely infusing that society with its decadent ressentiment values, its slave values, its effeminacy, its ressentiment, its decadence. When that happens, as we now see today in this liberal democratic order, so called, it's a disorder, we see slave morality completely permeating the whole of this order, this disorder. We see it and feel it and know it. It is undeniable. It is reaching its nadir. It is hurtling towards its own abyss. Meanwhile, we will note that the surviving masters, the surviving blonde beasts, the surviving aristocrats, those who survive, will be cast as criminals. As Nietzsche recognized, a criminal is the man with will to power who is thwarted, who is given a bad conscience, who starts to believe in himself as something evil, who is gaslit in that way. And yet, this so-called criminal is really the master, the true master and lord of the earth, but cast down by the slave revolt. But like any master, he cannot be a slave. He cannot. And so he becomes a criminal rather than be a slave. And so the slave revolt makes criminals of the masters, calls them evil. We will see in any slave society like our own, where it has reached this point, if you want to look for masters, then look to those who are called criminals in that society. Take your pick. You know them. In this society, they have been criminalized, cancelled, shut down, denied, executed, all of them called criminals by this effete, string-pulled society of new unhappy lords, this slave rule, so-called criminals. And yet, pay attention. Look at those so-called toxic criminals, and you will find there the seeds of the new leadership. Because when the next revaluation occurs, when master morality once more comes to the fore, as it should and always will do, the seeds of those so-called criminals will ensure the growth of the new masters, the new nobility, the new order of rank, and the new radical aristocracy. So, have good words for our criminals, for they are noble.